Hi. I've been having a pretty good time running Strega's agitation function at audio rates. Makes a pretty rich sounding variable shape oscillator. Of course, it doesn't track 1 volt per octave if you want to play melodies on it, but since I largely sequence Strega using zero control, it doesn't really matter. See, the unquantized outputs of the zero control can generate a melody regardless of the tracking characteristics of the oscillator it's driving. Which of course makes me think of multiple notes playing together in, dare I say, harmony. So let's listen to the agitation generator on its own first. We can change the waveform from something sawtooth-esque to something triangle-esque to something ramp-esque. The shapes are different from other make-noise function generators in that they're chosen to sound good when modulating Strega parameters. So they also have unique, I'd say softer timbre when used as an oscillator, which is good because in this patch we're getting them raw, unfiltered. If we activate the Strega tones here, we can hear both voices at once. Now let's tune them together. I'll use 2 outputs from zero control to modulate their pitch. Like with acoustic instruments, there are hurdles to tuning in any analog instrument. If we consider in tune to mean intervals being mathematically related to each other with minimal phase beating, then 12-tone equal temperament, the tuning system to which many quantized sequencer and keyboard outputs are calibrated, is actually fundamentally out of tune. The modern so-called Western ear hears the 12-tet system as in tune, and this is a bit of a boon for programming synthesizers because there's an expectation of some slight beating between notes at various intervals. And this helps to sort of cover up the inevitable slight inconsistencies in analog oscillators. But with unquantized outputs like zero control, we can tune 2 notes to be nearly exactly in tune. Listen carefully here, maybe with headphones, as we carefully nudge the notes to reduce beating to the minimum that manual precision can achieve. I find that when I play a series of intervals that have been tuned in this way, the notes of an interval sound more intimately connected to each other. Almost like the 2 notes are creating a timbre rather than an interval. Maybe that makes sense to you? It's kind of hard to describe. They have an almost uncanny sheen to them. I'm sure I'm not the only person who, when listening to complex just intonation works like Lamont Young's well-tuned piano, I almost feel like I'm listening to a completely different instrument. The way the notes interact with each other is so starkly different from what I'm used to that the piano seems to have a different timbre too. And when you think about it, an important element of the timbre is the spectral makeup of the sound. So it makes a lot of sense that careful tuning can give the impression that melodic and harmonic progression becomes a kind of timbral control. Let's add a little manual control of blend. obviously don't need Strega or zero control to do this kind of sequencing. Any analog sequencer and VCO or function generator will work, and will bring their own personalities to the process and the result. Happy patching!